Alright, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Jubu, back with another Pokemon video. Today I'll be playing Fossil Cup with this new team I just constructed. It leads EXCADRILL into the Corviknight safe swap with the Scizor close. Didn't do that bad. I think I went 3-2 for the set. So yeah, let's get right into this. Alright, starting off, I lead EXCADRILL. My opponent leads Golem. This is a good lead for me. These mud slap are going to absolutely add up. Boom, boom, boom. And my opponent sees those are adding up, so he safe swaps the Gastrodon, which I does not like to see. I think a little energy switch into Scizor. On mistake, I meant to click Corviknight. It was a misclick, but I'll just have to, I have to deal with this. I go for the Night Slash, hoping to grab a shield here. And I do grab a shield, and I absolutely have to shield here. If this Earth Power is going to do a lot of damage, and it is Earth Power, that's a good shield. I start back farming down, trying to get to my next move. I was hoping I could possibly get to a Trailblaze, but I just threw the Night Slash just to see what my opponent's going to do. And he tanks it, and I'm just going to farm him down here. No need to do another attack. And actually right here, I'm gonna switch timer was just on cue, so I swapped back in to catch the Golem, or at least I tried to. He ended up catching me, but I can just mud flap down here. He swaps into the Ferrothorn. EXCADRILL actually beats Ferrothorn in the 2s, I believe. They both kind of counter each other. Drill ones do a lot of damage, but Power Up also does. I thought the first one got the last shield, and here's my second one coming in. It's going to do big damage, and boom, now he's in the yellow, and I just start farming him down here, seeing if I can get to the next move. I can't. He gets me first, and I think I sack him. Oh no, I go for the shield here. Okay, so I go for the shield here for the final farm down, save some energy up, and he's bringing back in Golem. No need to do this here, but I got the energy, so why not throw it? And I believe that's the GG's to my opponent. Next game, yeah, I'm leading EXCADRILL again into a Ferrothorn. Like I said, I can win this matchup. I go for the drill run, hoping to grab a shield. And I do grab a shield. That's good. So I'm just going to keep going. And I'm going to shield here. I think I shielded here. Let's see. Yep, I do shield here. That power up is going to hurt, but it's actually a mirror shot, so I could have survived. And he gets to his next move, and I have to tank him here. And it is the power whip. EXCADRILL goes down. I bring in Corviknight. These sand attacks are doing neutral damage, but he's also doing neutral damage to me. It's a weird spot to be in. So he swaps into Galarian Stunfisk, and I think I block here, thinking he has Discharge or something. Oh no, okay, I didn't block here. He went for the Muddy Water, which is not going to do nothing, but it does have a chance to drop my attack. I go for the Sky Attack, seeing what he's going to do here. And he does not block. It is not doing that much damage, but then again, he can't damage me that much neither, so I'm alright with this. I go for another Sky Attack, hoping to see what we can get into here. Yep, we're both just chipping away at each other at this point. It is kind of awkward, but I'm just gonna let it ride out. He goes for another Muddy Water, and he does get the attack drop. But these sand attacks are slowly adding up. I can make it to my next move, but not quite before he can. He wins his CMP tie. And he does hit me with the Rock Slide. That does do a nice chunk of damage. I'm going to farm down here, swap into the Scizor, and I am going to use the shield because this Rock Slide will hurt. And he goes for the Muddy Water. That was a good bait on his part. Now I'm down one shield, 1-0, but I do get the farm down for the rest of them. And he brings in Jellicent now. Scizor can win, but it's going to be hard with the one shield, honestly. So I just go for the Trailblaze here to get my attack boost. I know he's going to block, and I'm trying to get to the Night Slash before he can, and he wins the CMP tie. If my Scizor was just a better IV, I probably could have got that there. But that is going to hurt. Shadow Balls do so much damage. I bring in Corviknight. I already had the attack loaded up. And he brings in Ferrothorn. If only I would have saved that shield, this game could have been looking up for me. But I get the KO on the Ferrothorn, make it to another Sky Attack. This is not going to be enough to KO. So I do believe this is a loss. Yeah, that's not going to be enough. I won't make it to my next attack, and he can just farm me down here. Or could have farmed me down. He does go for the charge attack at the end, making sure I can't make it to the next one. And that's GG's. The next game here, I lead Excadrill into a Crustle. Mud Slaps are kind of adding up. It's a bug rock type. I'm not sure why I swapped in Corviknight here. That was an unnecessary switch. I might have misclicked. But if it's a Rock Slide coming, that is going to hurt. And it's at Scizor, okay. That's not going to do that much damage. That was a bait on his part. Let's see what he goes for here. He does go for the Rock Blast, and that does do a bit of chunk damage. I'm trying to make it to my next move. And I know I can survive another one, so I'm just trying to farm him down here, get as much energy as I can. I know I don't have to shield. That Rock Blast leaving me in the yellow. I'm still farming up, trying to get to 100 energy. Let's see what I'm doing. And I just barely missed the farm down. I am going to go for the shield here because I have a lot of energy banked up. Don't want to waste that. He goes for the Rock Blast, and I can farm him down. Opponent has 2 shields. I'm down to 1. He brings in the Azumarill. Now, I go for the Sky Attack here, just trying to bait out another shield. And I do get the shield I wanted. Now I can farm up to the next move. This Iron Head, if it's not shielded, it will do a decent amount of damage for the Steel into the Fairy type matchup. And he does block again. So now I'm up a shield. I'm in a pretty good spot here. But he will take me down with the farm down. I can't make it to the next move. So now I'm going to bring in Excadrill. I already got the Iron Head loaded up. Boom, boom. And I throw the Iron Head. It does a nice chunk damage, almost half. These water bubbles are really adding up on me due to that ground typing. I do have to shield here because the Ice Beam would take me out. Now I'm just farming down, trying to get to the next move. I get to the drill run as he brings in the Ferrothorn, trying to get the catch. I will not throw the Iron Head. I will be throwing a drill run, and that will do massive damage. And now I just trying to farm down. He throws the attack. We both have no shields, so Excadrill's going to go down here. I bring in Scizor, hoping to make it to a Night Slash to KO this. And I do make it to the Night Slash. And I'm going. I throw the Night Slash. Get the KO. Now he's bringing in the Azumarill. These bullet punches are really going to hurt. Unless he has Play Rough, which still wouldn't okay me. Okay, he throws the Ice Beam. Either way, I would have survived there. And I'm just going to farm him down to the Trailblaze. Just for security. I'm loading this up. And boom. There's the Trailblaze. GG's to my opponent. And hopping into this next game. Let's see what we have here. I lead Excadrill into Golisopod. That's not a comfortable lead for me, so I'll safe swap to Corviknight. Hoping he's going to throw the Aqua Jet here. And he throws the Razor Shell. That would have did massive damage to Excadrill. He does get the defensive drop. Brings in the Stun Fist. These Sand attacks are slowly going to chip at him. But he can't really hit me unless he has Rock Slide. And he throws the Muddy Water. That's not going to do any damage. Maybe try to go for the bait there, but I will make it to 100 energy. I'm not sure what he's gonna throw here, so I no shield, thinking he only has muddy water, and he does throw the muddy water again. He knows that the rock isn't gonna one tap me there, so I go for the bank still, thinking he only has muddy water. So I shield here, hoping that he's gonna try to KO me with a rock slide, and he does not have it. It's another muddy water, so I'll swap it to Scizor to keep that banked energy. Realizing he only has muddy water, so I no shield here. Scizor can easily tank that. He does get the attack drop, so I'm hoping this Night Slash can bring me back up. Let's see what we got here. Throw the Night Slash, take a shield, both down to 1 shields, and I will make it to another. Oh, at least I thought I would make it to another attack before him. He does make it before me. I no shield here. Oh no, I do shield here. And he does have the rock slide that he's been keeping in the back, hoping I wouldn't shield, thinking it's a muddy water. That was a nice play on my part. And I do make it to the Night Slash to take that second block. So now we both down on no guards. I bring in EXCADRILL, hoping he's gonna throw another rock slide because he knows muddy water wouldn't KO. But he throws the muddy water, and that's gonna do nice damage. And then he brings back in Glycopod. This isn't looking too good for me right now, to be honest. I throw the drill run. This not going to do massive damage, but it did do a nice chunk. I'm just trying to get as much damage as possible on this guy. He will make it to his next attack. I believe this is going to be another Razor Shell. Yep, that's going to do massive damage. EXCADRILL's KO'd. I bring back in Scizor, trying to get the farm down to my next Night Slash, and he does make it to his next move before me. Glycopod pacing is pretty good. I make it with 1 HP, trying to make it to my next move, and I make it to the Night Slash with a half HP. You gotta love Scizor here. I go for the Night Slash, get the KO. He's bringing in his last mon. I counter him with Corviknight. We're both in the red, but I have 100 energy banked up. This is looking really good for me here. I go for the Sky Attack and get the KO, and that's GG's. Oh, wait a second, that's not GG's. I forgot he had one more in the back. What am I saying? He has the Ferrothorn in the back. I go for the Sky Attack. It's gonna do decent damage, but he will make it to his next attack before me. Oh, at least I thought he would. I make it to the Sky Attack. He must be trying to bank up some energy here, trying to go for something big, or possibly trying to get more energy to save for the Scizor. He does end up throwing his move. Let's see what it's going to be. And this is unexpected, an Acid Spray. I've never seen that on this, but he maybe did that to save me, to get the farm down, to then come in and hit Scizor. You hate to see it. GG's to my opponent. Next game, I lead EXCADRILL into Vaporeon. Of course, I have to swap out. The water guns are going to add up. I can safely no guard here because there's probably an Aqua Tail coming. Let's see what he throws. And it is an Aqua Tail. I can safely survive a couple of those. So I'm just throwing up energy here. I go for the Iron Head. Seeing what my opponent's going to do. See if I can grab a shield here. And I do grab a shield. Now I'm just going to farm him down, try to make it to my next attack. I do think I can survive another Aqua Tail. It'll leave me in the red. So I do no guard here. It left me 1 HP, and I maybe should have blocked to try to make it to my next move. But I'm up 2 shields right now. It's not looking too bad. I bring in Scizor. I can outpace him. So I make it to my Night Slash before he can make it to his next Aqua Tail. And let's see what he does. And he does go for another block. Not sure why he did that, but I'm going to go for the block here to keep my Scizor as healthy as possible. Save him for in-game. And he swaps out into Blastoise. Now, I can make it to a Trailblaze before Blastoise can make it to a Skull Crush or Skull Bash, whichever one it is. This is going to do massive damage. And I'm going to get the attack boost. So things is looking up for me here. He does make it to the Skull Bash. I can safely guard here. and hope to sweep the rest of the end game with Scizor. That's blocked. And I'm just going to farm him down here because he won't make it to his next attack. And you see I'm banking up a lot of energy here. He brings back in the Vaporeon. I'm going to load up another Trailblaze. This is going to KO him while also giving me the attack boost. And this end game is looking more like mine. He brings in Ferrothorn. I swap EXCADRILL. I know this Jurone's going to do massive damage. They got no more blocks left. So I'm just going to full send this. And boom, that does massive damage, leaving them yellow. If this is a power up, it's probably going to KO, but I do have Scizor with a lot of energy in the back. Yep, this is the power up KO. Like I said, I have energy stored up. I can farm him down to a Night Slash, and this will get the KO. And that's GG's to my opponent. In next match here, we have an uncomfortable lead with Gyarados into Scizor. I go for the Night Slash, trying to grab a shield. Shadow Gyarados, not something you see every day. I do grab a shield, trying to farm him down here. He swaps into Steelix. And my, this guy's team is crazy. I just throw the Night Slash. Probably should have saved it for the Trailblaze. That would have did a little more damage. But he will farm me down here. But I can make it to another Night Slash. So I will throw that to either grab another shield or just get chip damage. Let's see where we at. Yep, and I do get more chip damage. And he will just farm me down. 2-1 shields right now. I bring in EXCADRILL. These mud slaps are going to add up nicely. And I do shield here, fearing the massive attack, but he does just go for a crunch, which I would have survived, and I can farm him down. He brings in back the Gyarados with the energy stored up. I fear a Hydro Pump or Hydro Cannon, whichever one Gyarados has, or Aqua Tail. I fear any water attack I'm fearing, so I go for the block to store up the energy and bring in Corviknight to tank his next attack, hoping it was another Aqua Tail. Try to get the catch here. And I do get the catch. That's going to do a little damage. It's not super effective, but that Shadow Boost is hidden. And I'm going to store up to Iron Head just to throw it here. And let's see what my opponent does. And I do take his last shield. So now we both no shields. I'm trying to make it to my next Iron Head. He does make his attack before me. And this is probably going to be another Aqua Tail, which I can survive. It's going to leave me red. Oh no, the Shadow Boost gave it to him. I did not survive. He brings in a Azumarill. I somehow get the catch on that, throwing the Iron Head instead of the Drill Run, doing a nice chunk of damage, but I just can't win this here. He got 2 water types in the back, so I'm just going to try to make it to my next Iron Head. Even if I take this out, Gyarados still have energy left. It's going to be a loss on my half. So I do throw that, leaving him red. He does make it to the Ice Beam. And that's going to be the end of this game. Big GG's to my opponent. For some reason, his team somewhat cold broke my team with that Gyarados. Man, first time seeing Shadow Gyarados in play here. And it was pretty scary in my opinion, at least when you lead in this team. I'll lead back EXCADRILL to Gastrodon to the next match. I can outpace him. I can make it to my Juroone before he can make it to Earth Power, so pretty sure I'll stay in here. And I do make it to Juroone before he can make it to Earth Power, which I know he was going to try to shoot for. And I do take the first shield. I swap in Corviknight expecting the Earth Power, which I do believe he do throw. And he does throw the Earth Power. That's not going to do that much damage to my Corviknight. I keep farming him down, trying to make it to my next attack. I do make it to the Sky attack, I'm gonna throw that, see what he does, see if I can grab that last shield. And I do grab the last shield. Right now it's 2-0 shields. Things are looking up for me. Just need to finish out this game. He throws the earth power. I will survive in red, and I will make it to my next attack. I'm just gonna throw the iron head, and this should KO here. It indeed KOs. Now he throws in Jellicent, and I swap in Scizor. Scizor absolutely walls this thing. Up shields, at least. Up shields. Up shields, I could just spam Night Slash and Trailblaze all day. This is going to do massive damage. He's going to throw his attack. The Shadow Ball would 1k from this range, so I will go for the shield. I've learned my lesson of not shielding against these things, and I've been punished every time. He will swap, trying to get the catch on, but I do just throw another Night Slash, and this will do chip damage. That does a nice chunk of damage, and I do make it to another Night Slash before he can hit me. So this is looking good on my part. Scizor is such a beast in my opinion. Leaving him 1 HP, and I'm able to get the farm down. And this last mon he's bringing back in is the Jellicent. I swapped Corviknight thinking he had something loaded up to try to get the catch. He didn't. I swap in the Excadrill to catch the move he's going to throw at me. Once again, nice catch on my part. He does go for the Shadow Ball. That's okay because I have Scizor in the back, who always has a little energy left, and I will make it to a Night Slash before he can make it to a Shadow Ball. And that's another GG's. Now, this team, like I said, I think I went 3-2.